Welcome to the Loveland Report and the Lone Ranger Show. I am Cleve Loveland, bringing you all of your real estate news alongside Bruce Woodburn, the Lone Ranger, bringing you all your mortgage news. What do you need to know about real estate? That's right. We got a president that has trouble riding a bicycle, but the real estate market still has bright spots in it. And even despite interest rates rising, there's still a good market out there. Inventory's up. Now, what I'm seeing now is buyers have a chance to get something. Now, the prices have gone up. The interest rates have gone up. The prices are, they're stabilizing. And so we're not going to have 20% a year appreciation, Bruce. I think we'll have, maybe this year probably come out around 10.
I think you're right, but somewhere between 5 and 10.
But what a buyer needs to look at, and this is what they need to be prepared for, is look at your budget. They need to call you and get fast-tracked. We'll give out the numbers in a second. But get their loan set to see what they can afford. And then you can say, well, hey, guys, all right, if you want that house for $400, we got to pay off the car. Or things like that. That's what you do.
We'll consult with them.
But at least figure out where you stand. Be ready. Know what you need. That way, when you go to the mall, you're not going to buy that extra Gucci purse and the Hermes belt. So all those things that you do.
Is that how you pronounce that?
I have no idea. I don't own one. And I will never own one. So unless I get it for a gift. But this is the thing about real estate. It's very emotional, but you can learn where you stand. How much down payment do you need? What's the house I really like look like? How much do I need to save to do that? And maybe you don't buy the brand new car or go get a lease on a Maserati for $900 a month, and you buy the Mazda.
It's all about priorities, but
yeah,
I can tell you the fun things that we have can come later once you've established that wealth and put all of your investments in motion. So, but I have some really good news for you, right? Like, because we've been beat. Like, so let's just talk a little bit about what's happened in the recent past. Housing prices have shot up 20+% per year for the last 3 years. Would you agree with that?
Yep.
Interest rates are up considerably since where they were the end of last year.
Right.
Okay. We were in the 3s. Now we're in the 5s. We're pushing the 6s. We got the Fed promising to raise the Fed rate
down a little bit.
Well, so that's the thing. So last 2 weeks we have seen an improvement in the bond market. And that's because things have settled a little bit. Uh-huh. So rates aren't low, but they're better than they were 2 weeks ago.
Kind of like gas was $5.50 a gallon for
that's
premium.
Right. But you know
what's
interesting is that, it's funny. I use the gas analogy all the time as well. And, we had $2 a gallon, then we went to 3, then we went to 4. Now we're pushing 5s. If it drops from 4.54, say 4.85, back to $4, you're like, wow, gas is great again.
It's like the water of the boiling frog,
right?
When you boil the frog, just turn the temperature up slowly, but we're cooked.
Yep.
So,
but listen, things are better, and housing prices are starting to settle a little bit. Buyers are becoming more interested, even though rates are up a little bit. I tell people, look, you're married to the house, you're dating the rate.
Yeah.
We'll refinance it later, but don't not get in the market because you'll make money. And it's interesting, Cleve, because you and I do a lot of wealth building classes. We understand the way that money can work for us. And one of the things that we teach in our wealth building classes is how real estate will continue to grow in value. But even if you put down 3.5% on a house, just 3.5%, and the house only goes up by 3% per year, that's an 86% return on your investment. Yeah. So it makes sense to be in real estate.
And you own it. Your mortgage is going down. The property's going up in value, and you're not paying rent.
No, you're not paying rent. Yeah, there's a fly in the room here somewhere, isn't there?
We got somebody left the screen door open.
Either somebody did, yes. But that's good news for home buyers. So here's what you now have a better opportunity than you've had in the last 6 months to a year. So it's time to look at buying a home. And here's what Cleve and I are doing right now. If and by the way, you can mix this with Hometown Heroes or other down payment assistance programs. But if you are a first-time home buyer or you want to get in the market, Cleve and I are offering a discount that will contribute the real estate commissions, 25% of the buy-side commission towards your closing costs. Now think about that. On a $400,000 house, that's $3,000 to go toward your closing costs from the real estate commission. All you have to do is stop what you're doing right now, think about anybody that doesn't own a home, somebody that wants to buy a home, and give Cleve a call or give the Loan Arranger a call. You can reach Cleve at
407-352-8118 or lovelandreport.com.
Or you can call the Loan Arranger, Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage at 407-250-9144. That's 407-250-9144 for any information on this program. But it's a no-brainer. There's no strings attached. None whatsoever. Now, another thing that I'm giving away, because I'm really trying to help buyers right now more than ever, I aligned with the security system company that I will provide a full house security to your home. That's every window, every door, doorbell cameras, you name it, you got it. No charge whatsoever. You just cover the monitoring fee, no strings attached.
That's nice.
Isn't that great?
Nice buzzer.
It's a great.
Yeah.
I just,
Nice
I was telling everybody, I just closed on 2 houses that I've bought. I'm looking at a couple more right now, but I just put security systems in both these houses. I love this system. There's no strings attached. You come to me, you go to Cleve, we'll close you, we'll get you a security system.
I want to talk about one thing that I'm seeing happen over the past 2 months. The market is shifting. I got several offers accepted. I have some sellers, and we help. It's very difficult to sell a house and then buy your next house. People were having to either get a lease back, which I can do, and or move in with the in-laws, and or go rent something temporarily while we wrote their offer. They weren't contingent on a closing. Sellers did not want that. They didn't have to take it because they had 20 offers. The environment the past couple months, I've done a couple deals where the seller was okay to take the contract contingent on a closing.
Sure.
I also had some, so that's kind of a shifting
lot more
market.
Flexibility,
a little more flexibility. And also, I told the agent when we presented that offer, the seller's agent's like, well, we're not going to take this. I go, well, how many offers did you get? Well, yours is the only one we got. I'm like, well, work on that. I said, our deal's solid on the other side. It's cash. You know it's going to close. I said, what else would you like? A larger escrow deposit? I said, but this is a real buyer. Welcome back to 2019.
Sure.
And this is where we're at. So, and then also,
I love it. I think it's a little bit more of a level
it's
playing
balanced.
field.
We're still in a seller's market.
Of course
and we will be. So prices will rise. People are still moving to Florida. People are still moving to Central Florida. This is the key part of Orlando. Other Floridians come here because we're less expensive than the rest of the state. So that's part of our growth. And it's just amazing the prices out there. But I really think that median house, we're in the 4s right now, low 4s. It's going to be, depends on what day you pick the stats on, but I think we're going to be, that median house in 5 years is going to be in the 5s.
Absolutely. Well, I think
you
it's
think
going to
sooner.
be in
I know
the
you
60s.
think sooner. I think that's going to turn the other way.
Well, I don't think sooner. I think higher. I think my prediction was by sometime in the year 2026 that the median sales price will be $650. $644 is my prediction.
All right.
You can write it down.
All right. What year? 2026?
Somewhere in the year of 2026, our median sales.
4 years from now.
4 years.
You think we'll still be doing the show together?
Oh,
I'll still be working. I know that.
I don't know if you're
not going to be retired.
I'm not going to be retired.
Okay. All right.
I'm still kicking, baby.
All right. I think maybe by then the radio station will pay us for our immense talent for bringing the show to everybody.
I don't know. You know what? I look at. I want to spend the remaining years of my career helping as many people as I possibly can.
No, it's really, and it's funny because a lot of what we do is emotion and helping people through that. We can put the facts and figures and numbers down, but then it's the emotions of, is that the right house? Do I want to do this? Is this going to all work out? Oh my gosh, I've got to pack and I got to get out of here in 5 weeks. All these things we help you with and walk you through it. Also, when it comes to, okay, the house didn't appraise. What do you want to do?
Right.
I had 2 appraisals come in very short. One was like 8% off. Another one was 5% off, and the seller ate it.
You know what? It happened to me twice this week.
Yeah.
Twice this week alone.
We might be talking about the same deal, one of those.
No, this mine. Okay. I had one in Melbourne.
Okay.
One of them actually might be yours. The Lehman transaction. You may not know the last name,
but it's just the sellers got it. Pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered. And a year from now, we'll know exactly what was going on with the market. If this was the start of the slowdown, or it's still slow, or this was it.
It's the start of it. I mean,
it's
let's
the start
face
of it. But is this
I think
the
we're
peak?
in a recession. I don't.
Yeah.
It may not be a severe recession right now, but we are absolutely in a recession, and I think it's going to level.
Well, the part of the market that's going to go away right now. How much time do we have?
We've got about 4.5 minutes.
Okay. The part of the market that's going to go away is the people that were in their house. They just bought it. They made $100,000 in equity over 2 years, and their old interest rate was 3.99. Their new interest rate was going to be 3.25, so they could move up, buy the house, have no consequences besides a little bit of chaos moving, no consequences, and their mortgage payment would be the same and get that brand new house, the house with an extra 800 square feet, the house with the pool, the 2 acres instead of a half acre, all those things. And that's what's important, is that you and I get to talk to these people, and you call us, and we'll help you set up what does your dream home look like? Where does your next move look like? How do you coordinate that process? Because I've done it. I mean, I literally do it hundreds of times every year.
Absolutely. And we like solving those problems. And we like helping you people with your emotional train wreck of going through a real estate transaction, walk you through it and get you through it safely and with as little chaos as you can possibly have. But you know what? We're empathetic to that. We know that buying a home can be a stressful process. You forget about the mortgage process. The whole thing, moving the family, putting the kids in new school, getting everything loaded up, having a garage sale. What do we keep? Are we keeping grandma's old dresser, or are we putting that in the garage sale? Right? Those are, but you know what? Those are emotional things that people go through, and we understand that. We understand that there's external stresses on us all the time, and that's why we're here. I think we're counselors. I'm not in the mortgage business. I'm in the psychology business.
Yep. And I got an email this week, Bruce, from a gentleman in Windermere asking about when's the right time to adjust my price. He realizes the market's not what it was. He didn't get 20 offers on his house the first week. He got one he thought was really low. It was like way below list price. Now, here's what we do. When we go back to adjusting prices for the sellers, when you change your market position, this is what I suggest. If it's the number of footsteps through the front door. Now, if you got 20 people through, let's say you're listed for $799. You're listed for $800,000. You got 20 people through the door with no offers. You're probably just off 1, 2, 3%.
Probably.
And you just adjust a little bit. Now, this is the way the public shops. Now, you don't wait 6 months. I was looking for some homes yesterday in MLS, and I was amazed. Bunch of listings. They all been on the market for over 60 days, which is just about unheard of, and no pricing adjustments. And the homes looked okay. They looked good. Like there was nothing wrong. There's no billy goat in the front yard. And they had easy access to them. So it was obviously just market position. And other homes are still selling. You know, when you look at market absorption and you understand that, your realtor should know what that word means and understand that, or just call me. That's how many homes around you sold. If you didn't sell, what sold? The one down the street had a 4-car garage. You've got a 3. They had a pool. You don't. You're the same price. You've got to make adjustments like that, because what happens, even if you adjust it just $5,000, everybody's phone dings, the public and the realtors. And that's how people shop.
Well, it changes the filter in MLS, too.
And it's also got so many people looking at it, and then it looks like a fresh listing. And I can't tell you how many times I've done this. And I specialize at selling homes in whatever kind of market it is, but getting it done quickly and getting it done for the right price for the seller. So you can call me at 407-352-8118. I know we're coming up against a break. When we get back, I want to talk about all these cash iBuyers out there, Bruce. And what's happening to them.
Yeah. And if you have any questions for the Loan Arranger, 33 years in the business, closed well over 10,000 transactions. We're licensed in all 50 states. I can help you with any type of mortgage that you could possibly think of. The only ones I don't do are commercial and land loans. Everything else I got, from construction perm to down payment assistance. You can call me at 407-250-9144. That's 407-250-9144. Or go to my website at WeBringYouHome.com. If you're a first-time home buyer, Cleve and I are offering a discount that we will contribute toward your closing costs and will negotiate with the seller. This is the best time to buy. If you are a first responder, educator, teacher, healthcare worker, you may qualify for Hometown Heroes. I will be teaching a class this month on Hometown Heroes at Miller's Ale House on Wednesday the 20th from 6 to 7:30, but you must register at WeBringYouHome.com to get into that class. But I'm going to tell you something. If you are a real estate agent or if you are a client that wants to buy a home and you're interested in up to $25,000 in down payment assistance, you better get into that class quick. So go to WeBringYouHome.com. If you are a real estate agent and you want to know more about construction perm lending so you can help your clients, or if you own land and want to build your own custom home, I'm holding a class on Friday the 15th in Claremont at the Outback Steakhouse from 11:30 to 1. Register at WeBringYouHome.com. When we come back, we'll be back in 5 minutes with more of the Loveland Report and the Loan Arranger radio show. To reach Cleve, he can be reached at 407-352-8118. 8118 or the Lone Ranger at 407-250-9144. Hold tight. We'll be back in 5 minutes with more juicy information about the real estate market.